Is the sleeping bear waking up? America absolutely depends on it. Sit by and watch this episode of Guns and Gadgets. Today's video is brought to you by TacPack. TacPack is a monthly subscription box that delivers tactical and EDC gear to your door each month. Each month, TacPack's team curates a list of products that you will find useful in your daily life, whether on the range, at home, or at work. For $49.95, you can expect at least $80 worth of gear each month, and most boxes have at least $100 worth of gear. Some have even been worth $200, like a rail from Aeronox. In your TacPack, you can expect to find anything from knives to gun parts, gun cleaning tools, and badass apparel. Some even have an AR rail or steel targets. Just a few of the brands you'll find in TacPack include CRKT, SOG knives, Mechanics gloves, Aeronox, and many more. There's a hassle-free cancellation, and when you use the link and code in my description box and the pinned comment, you'll receive a free mystery grab bag valued at more than $40, and it will contain an AR-15 part just for signing up. But if you want that special grab bag, you need to sign up for August's box before the end of July. Again, a big thank you to TacPack for sponsoring today's video. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, the premier source for Second Amendment news. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than my normal format. I've been writing down some thoughts over the last few weeks, and some of this stuff I've mentioned here and there, but I want to have a conversation. I realize I'm speaking to a camera and this is kind of one-sided, but I definitely want to hear what you all think about this down below. This is the future of America we're talking about, and some of these things you might be aware of, some of them you might not be aware of, or maybe you never thought of it this way. But I believe that this conversation needs to happen, and it's almost like this format, this location, this YouTube channel. This is kind of like the new version of what the taverns used to be back in the colonial era. The ability to talk about these things and have this discussion. I think it's past due. And I hope you stick around and join me here for this video, and I hope you share this and talk about this with your family and friends. So I opened up with, is the sleeping bear waking up? I think it absolutely has to happen. I'm seeing it happen, slowly but surely, but we need to step it up. What do I mean? We often call ourselves the silent majority, and as a whole, Americans are mostly easygoing, right? We don't really poke our nose into other people's business. Well, at least most of us don't, but we just kind of want to be left alone, do what we do, and not to be infringed upon, I guess, or not to be told what we have to do by government, right? Just leave us alone, let us do what we want to do, and so be it. But that's changed a lot recently. We've morphed into this, if it doesn't really bother me, then I really don't care about it, attitude in society, and that's kind of had a big part of why we've gone down this road, or why we've allowed this to take place. But now we are seeing a systemic assault on our rights as American citizens, and it's now affecting our daily lives. And like I said, more people are starting to wake up to this and push back a little bit. Again, I ask you, is the sleeping bear waking up? We need him to. Let's talk about the Bill of Rights. The First Amendment. There are a lot of different freedoms in the First Amendment, but in the last year and a half now, most of them, actually all of them, are under assault. The freedom of religion. You are told now when, where, or how you can worship. Can you go to your church, synagogue, assembly, whatever you do? Can you go to that? How many people can go to that? Are you forced to do it online? So much for freedom of religion. Free speech, right? We are limited in what we say. And we're limited in what we can see, observe, or watch in order to get information because of big tech, which is why I'm asking you to please thumbs up the video and share it so more people see it. And also check your subscription because they removed about 150 last night. But we're told basically what we can hear, what we can see, and what we can say. The whole time, the press is a megaphone for government propaganda, right? No matter true or not, even if it's been proven false, they're the squawk box for the agenda. Freedom of assembly. We are told when and where we can go. They also tell us how we can meet, for those of us out there who follow what everybody tells them to do. But that has been under assault. Like, remember, what was the first thing they closed down during the was like bars and stuff like that? Why? Because what happened in the 1700s? How did word spread across the country? Taverns. I think Guns and Gadgets is the new Freedom Tavern. What do you think? And then, of course, the right to petition your government for a redress of grievances. Well, if you've ever written to a representative, a senator, or just legislators in general, if you've ever written to any of them or called them or tried to talk to them, they ignore you. They blow you off with form letters and don't care about your opinions, even though they are supposed to represent their constituency. And they really ignore us when we tell them, hey, you need to follow our laws. And we're talking about those violations right now. This type of government stance, encroachment, overreach, this leads to communism. Look at what's going on: Cuba, Venezuela, South Africa, and the like. I hope you're all paying attention. The Second Amendment is under attack like never before. It's always been under attack. It's always been something that government needs to chip away in the name of safety. And now they want to ban certain types of guns, certain types of cosmetic attachments to those guns. They want to create a registry. They want to strip people of their right to own and possess and bear guns off of somebody else's statement, off of hearsay. That's not how it works. And they're doing this all while ignoring that all of the most violent and the most dangerous cities in America have the most gun control laws. Don't believe me? Look it up. The Fourth Amendment talks about search and seizure. Big tech watches and records everything everyone does. The Fifth Amendment, self-incrimination and due process. We've seen time and time again that due process has been ignored for the political agenda or narrative. Burning cities last year, ring a bell? Well, the left were all for it when it was their friends, but when people stand up to the government now, you all are domestic teas. And then the 10th Amendment, which says that any powers not specifically mentioned in the U.S. Constitution are relegated to the states. And we have an ever-growing, swelling, big central federal government that is giving itself more power, attempting to give itself supreme control. It's rapidly expanding, and it's trying to force states to comply with its wishes. Elections are full of fraud and cheating and hacking of machines, with the government used backdoor ways to pressure folks, unconstitutional ways, to force people into doing things or just following the agendas. And they used employers and schools to accomplish these goals. And now they're trying to force experimental jabs on people, all in the name of safety. Guys and gals, the government is out of control. And every time communism has gone into a country, this is kind of the route. Not the same, because not every country was the same, and no other country was like America. But all of them reached that big C because of safety for the greater good. Now, we might not all get along. We might not all like each other, but we are getting to a time where we absolutely have to work together. We're at a time, guys and gals, where if we don't have our neighbors back and we let stuff happen to them, well, then they won't be there when we need help. And this has a lot of parallels to kind of the early stages of our country. The government is out of control. And my question to you is, what do you think about what I've said? Do you see the same things? Am I nuts? Are my observations way out in left field? I've been seeing this going on. A lot of us, we've all been seeing it, but some of us are registering it and taking note. The sleeping bear has to wake up. No longer can we be the silent majority. For America to succeed, Americans must take a stand. Different kind of video today. Hope I caused a lot of thought. Maybe some things that I went over make you say, yep. And you know what? Maybe some things I said make you say, this guy's wrong. Let me know down below. That's why this is a growing freedom family. This is a family environment, and I hope you enjoy the news. I hope you value the news I put out. And I look forward to doing it on an everyday basis until we see each other again. Be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a weapon. Take care, everybody.